How does a little upstart movie studio win 29 Oscars in just 18 years while vacuuming billions at the box office? Well, it helps to build the coolest office space in America, complete with a hidden speakeasy, free cereal, and sword fights, and then use it to attract the best computer animators and storytellers in the world. Brave is the latest feel-good Academy-nominated smash to come out of Pixar, and before director Mark Andrews dons the red carpet tux, he's given ABC's Bob Woodruff a first-hand look at Pixar's freshest hit for our series, Oscar Confidential.
Here's what happens when you combine a Disney-style fairy tale with a healthy dose of Pixar movie magic. Brave, the epic tale of a not-so-fair princess named Merida. Brave has already grossed more than $500 million, taken home a Golden Globe, and is in line to win Pixar a 7th Oscar for Best Animated Movie.
I am Merida, firstborn descendant of Clan Dunbro.
Armed with a bow and arrow, Merida is a fiery red-headed lass whose battle is less with rival Scottish clans and more with her mother, who is unhappy that, unlike other Disney princesses, Merida has no intention of marrying a prince. She's more interested in fighting for her freedom. Brave's director, Mark Andrews, knows a thing or two about freedom. His job description includes shooting bows and arrows. He gave us a rare glimpse inside Pixar and the place he calls an office.
So when I came on board the film, this was all the stuff that I do normally at home and on weekends and stuff when I'm just to have a good time or just to exercise. Go ahead and come for my head.
It may just look like fun and games, but this is how the filmmakers actually researched Brave. Mark wanted his animators to know how it felt to hold the weight of a sword so that they could recreate that reality in the film.
I used the quillin to catch that. I could lock that sword down, do that, and then, use the other parts of my body to fight.
So in the video we see of the film, is there something that looks just like that? Is it?
Oh yeah, there's that sword catch. Merida! With Fergus, and I catch down, and Merida comes right like that. He's bye-bye, night-night.
This type of intense research is nothing new for Pixar, whose 13 movies have won over hearts and wallets for blockbusters like Finding Nemo and a trilogy of Toy Stories. Wow. For Brave, the filmmakers even went to Scotland to get every detail right.
Going to Scotland, to see Scotland, to lie down in the heather, and that's how they get out of the wind, or to see how dark the water is, that changes the person. That's a characteristic. We put that in the film. That helps make this story, those details, real, so an audience wants to be swept away and go to these places, not superficially.
But what really stands out in Brave is Merida's fight against her parents' plans to get her married.
I don't want to get married. I want to stay single and let my hair flow in the wind.
And her curly, fiery red hair.
Why red hair?
We want to see her in every frame of the film like that.
For Pixar, this is also their first fairy tale. Movies they've never liked before.
Honestly, my memory is I was the one that would walk into the room and say, I hate fairy tale movies, and you've got to make it be something that I would want to enjoy. And so I was sort of throwing the gauntlet down as the test case for, can you make people that wouldn't normally want to go to a movie that has castles and princesses in it want to go see it?
In 2006, Pixar was bought by ABC's parent company, Disney. This studio stands as a citadel of creativity. Steve Jobs designed this atrium to get people out of their offices and mingle, to cultivate ideas. Although Pixar has developed incredible software, John Lasseter, the chief creative officer, told Nightline's Bill Weir 2 years ago that their real goal is to be remembered mostly as storytellers.
We never wanted the technology to be the thing that people were interested in. It's a story, and it's the characters.
In Brave, that old adage may be truer than ever. It's the first Pixar film with a female protagonist.
She is a dynamic character. She's always in motion. She's kinetic. And that keys into her teenageness, That's a time of growth and adventure and action, and she's in this transition. Merida has her flaws. We wanted to represent that because you certainly don't just want a movie about a bratty teenager, nor do you want something about a domineering mother. They've got to each give. And that was really hard to fine tune.
A teenager who, in a moment of rebellion, turns her mother into a bear. and spends the rest of the film trying to save her.
Why did you come up with this idea that the mother would be a bear? Does that show her stronger?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, there's the protection element. There's no one more powerful than a mother bear protecting her young. So there's that protectiveness.
As they have so many times before, Pixar has pushed creative boundaries as far as they can. And this is where the fantasy begins with a bunch of grown-up kids. For Nightline, I'm Bob Woodruff in Emeryville, California.
And you can see how Brave fares on Academy Award night right here on ABC, February 24th. The big show airs. Thanks to Bob.